So, generative AI is completely changing the game for human resources, right? It's offering these incredible new ways to work faster, smarter, you name it. But, and this is a big but, with all this power comes a really urgent need for a solid playbook, especially when we're talking about our most sensitive asset, employee data. So, let's dive into how we can navigate this new world responsibly.
This quote right here really nails the whole point. We're not talking about replacing HR professionals. Not at all. We're talking about augmenting their skills, giving them superpowers. And that's exactly why human oversight isn't just a nice to have. No, it's an absolute must to keep our processes fair, ethical, and, effective.
All right, so here's our roadmap. First, we'll look at the incredible promise of AI in HR. Then, we're going to navigate the very real dangers of the data privacy minefield. And finally, we'll lay out the essential playbook you need to innovate responsibly. We're talking revolution, risks, and the rules to guide you through it all.
Okay, let's kick things off with the exciting stuff, the promise of AI. We have moved so far beyond just simple automation of tasks. We are now smack dab in the age of augmentation, where AI is literally designed to enhance our own human intelligence. It's empowering HR to become an even more strategic partner in the business.
And you can really see the difference here. On one side, you've got the old way, spending hours and hours manually sifting through resumes. On the other side, bam! AI gives us an instant analysis for the best skills match. We can go from these generic one-size-fits-all training programs to creating truly personalized learning paths for every single employee. The efficiency gains are just massive.
But, and you knew there was a but coming, all of this incredible opportunity comes at some pretty significant risk. We absolutely have to talk about the data privacy minefield. Using AI in HR means you're processing deeply personal information, and that carries an immense weight of responsibility. This right here, this is the question every single HR professional needs to ask before even thinking about a new AI tool. And honestly, if the answer is anything less than a loud and clear yes, well, that's a huge red flag. This simple question just reframes the whole data privacy thing from some abstract compliance issue into a deeply personal, ethical gut check.
So, what kind of data are we really talking about? Look, it's so much more than just names and emails. We are the custodians of highly sensitive information. We're talking health details, salary, even disciplinary records. This isn't just business data. This stuff directly impacts people's lives and their careers.
Now, to handle this data the right way, we have to stick to a few core principles. Think of them as the pillars of regulations like GDPR. First, you need clear consent. Second, you have to limit the purpose. You can't just take data collected for payroll and repurpose it for performance analytics without asking again. Third, you need robust security, like encryption. And fourth, you have to be transparent about how data is being used. These are not suggestions, they are absolutely non-negotiable.
Okay, so how do we actually manage all of this in the real world? We build a playbook. And the foundation of any good playbook is a strong AI governance framework. Just think of these as the essential guardrails that keep our innovation on the right track and out of the ditch.
Building this framework involves a few key moves. First up, you need crystal clear policies defining what's acceptable and what's not. Then you've got to assign accountability, usually with a data protection officer. Regular monitoring and auditing for fairness and compliance, absolutely crucial. And finally, you have to treat it like a cycle of continuous improvement. This is how the leading organizations build trust and make sure they stay on the right side of the line.
In all of this, it ladders up to what we call ethical AI. But let's be super clear. This isn't just some tech term. It's a trust term. It's all about building systems that are fair, transparent, and accountable. Why? Because that's the only way your employees will actually trust and adopt these powerful new tools. Without trust, there is no innovation. Simple as that.
All right, let's get into the most practical part of our playbook. These are the specific, non-negotiable tactics that every single person in HR must follow, day in and day out, to keep employee data safe. Let's be crystal clear about this. Before you even think about using a new AI tool, data privacy and corporate approval have to be your very first step. It is the absolute priority. Compliance comes first, always.
So here's the bottom line, the most crucial point. Never, ever upload confidential employee data into public tools, like the free version of ChatGPT. Those platforms often don't guarantee data privacy.
Once that sensitive info is out there, you can't get it back. This is probably the single biggest and most easily avoidable mistake you can make.
So here's a practical pre-flight checklist for you. Before you touch any new tool, first review your company's privacy policies. Next, get approval from your IT department. Then, understand exactly how the tool handles your data. Check for compliance with all the relevant laws. And finally, make sure it's on an approved vendor list. This is your due diligence, plain and simple.
Okay, now let's talk day-to-day practices. A key tactic here is using anonymized or synthetic data for testing. This is a total game changer. It lets you explore a tool's capabilities and innovate without putting any real employee data at risk. And of course, always keep that human in the loop to review all the outputs and document every single step of the process.
You know, when it comes down to it, all these frameworks, all these checklists and practices, they really just boil down to one thing: building and maintaining trust. The goal here isn't just to implement cool new tech. It's to create a future for HR where AI is truly human-centered, serving people, not the other way around.
This quote is just the perfect guiding principle for this whole conversation. What a technology can do has to be balanced against our human values. As HR professionals, we are the guardians of that balance, making sure we're always asking, should we, not just can we.
So let's end with this thought. The AI revolution isn't coming. It's already here. The real challenge for every HR leader isn't whether to adopt it, but how. How are you going to champion the governance, the safe practices, and the ethical oversight you need to build systems that are not just innovative, but are truly deeply trustworthy?